stay there, and they say yeah, and they say there. 'Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
Ludacris going in on the verse, 'cause I never been defeated and I won't stop now. Keep your hands up, get them in the sky for the homies that ain't making it, my folks locked down. I never went nowhere, but they saying Luda's back. Blame it on that. The hood call it Ludic. And I'm on this foolish track, so I spit my foolish flow. My hands go up and down like go. My verses still be serving, tight like a million. This last time on a college remix, now I'm on the original version. Can't never count me out, y'all better count me in. Got 20 bank accounts, accountants count me in. Make millions every year, the South's champion. 'Cause all I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building.
We'll see the Houston Rockets and the Philadelphia 76ers. Well, what better way to spend a Monday night than with the 2K sports team and the NBA? Welcome, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. Now here's Okafor. Pass to Grant. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And those are the first points of the game.
Nice hoop to get the scoring started there.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Rockets. Mota Eunice and Howard, the post pair. Everly and Harden, they're the backcourt. And it's Ariza in at the three, the small forward.
Well, clearly the 76ers were the youngest team in the league.
Oh! Now that's the way it's done. Take it up high and throw it down with everything you got.
That's right. Clark, he was not going to take the soft approach on that drive.
I would certainly hope not. I mean, you get that kind of opportunity with little resistance from the defense, you got to take it.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Harden outside, lets the three fly, and he gets it to go. Harden's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Grant, and he goes in for the dunk.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Harden draws the double to the paint. Here's Beverly. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now, here's Grant. He has 6. And he gets it to go. Grant's got 8.
4 straight makes out of the gate. That's a sweet start.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Cannon can't hit.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. Here's Ariza. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Ariza's got his first points of the night.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
Cannon can't hit. For Houston, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far.
And guys, Dwight Howard's an interesting guy. One of the most physically imposing players in our league, and yet he's known for his lighthearted, almost playful nature.
Clark, a lot of give and take between these sides early.
Kevin, how about 6 lead changes in this half already?
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
And here are the 76ers now. Trevor Ariza missing from long range. And for Howard, his parents raised him to keep a smile on his face and stay upbeat and remain positive. He's done all those things and still competed in the rough and tumble world of pro basketball.
Yeah, and yet some of his peers and contemporaries have gone at him. Durant, for instance, Kobe Bryant called him soft. Byron Scott questioned his desire. Guys go about their work in different manners.
And so here is Houston. It's a 3-point game.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
76ers have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. From the arc. And it's Smith missing.
That's not the best of shot selection there. The defense definitely won that possession.
Yeah, I think in that case you've got to go elsewhere with the ball. You just can't rise up over the top of him when he's on you.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Beverly against Smith from 13, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Beverly's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Here's Cannon. Cannot hit.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
And the Rockets were a tough team last year, but at times it really felt like a one-man show. Harden carried them so much for so long. You just have to wonder if it wore him out.
Rockets have gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. Embiid with the steal. It's tipped. Stolen by Beverly. Ariza kicks to Howard. Oh! It's not possible what we just said. Clark, is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner. It is possible.
And think about it, guys. That's one of the few guys in the entire league who can pull off something like that.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here.
And, guys, Patrick Beverly, a perfect fit for the Rockets alongside James Harden. Now, you know, Beverly is in that complementary role as a 3 and D guy. And remember, also, even though he's the point guard, he doesn't need the ball to be effective. He's good at just spotting up for threes, and he's a hounding on-ball defender.
Here's Stauskas. The 76ers with another miss. Here's Harden. Here's Ariza. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
And Beverly plucked out of Europe by the Rockets. Clark is on a new contract this past offseason.
And a nice value for the Rockets, Kevin. I mean, he's a player whose impact on the game really transcends the stat sheet. That's often the case for those guys that are all defense caliber players.
And, guys, the Sixers drafted Embiid 3rd overall despite a foot injury that would keep him out all of his rookie season. Came to the Sixers with a back issue out of Kansas. Of course, they knew all this going in.
Yeah, and Kevin, the Sixers have made an art here lately of drafting players who aren't immediately eligible to play. 2 years ago, it was Nerlens Noel who sat out the season with a knee injury. Last year it was Dario Saric who played overseas, and now Embiid.
Here's Landry, following the score by Trevor Ariza.
Not pretty. You've just got to shake off a miss like that.
Finished off the break. Beverly's got 8 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
There's 47 seconds left here in the first quarter.
You know, regarding Joel Embiid, the foot was not his only injury when he entered the draft. In his one season at Kansas, he battled both back and knee injury. Obviously, though he's very young, his durability is of some concern.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
The 3 from Harden. Rebound by Stauskas.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Another miss by Harden. And now Philadelphia on the break with 2 seconds left. That will count. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
Yeah.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Rockets ahead as they end the first quarter on a 15-6 run. Ariza might as well be describing his own game, Clark. Scrappy, ready to play, ready for anything, ready to claw to get that win.
Well, you know, he does have that kind of all-around, all-out game going back to his days at UCLA. I mean, when you combine that with his talent, he's a guy who, no matter where he's been, his teammates rave about him and respect him.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
They come out the gates here strong and put together just a solid first quarter.
A ton of good looks for him, Greg, on offense, and it's quality shots they're getting.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Modiunas and Howard the post man, and it's Beverly in a point guard.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
And, Greg, you know how it is. Sometimes it only takes 1 or 2 baskets to get things going. Maybe we're getting ready to pump a little life into this one.
And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the Rockets.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover. Listen, playing Western Conference teams is never easy. And for the 76ers last year, it got downright ugly. Some games against the West, they just didn't stand any chance.
The Rockets making a switch here. Terry's checked in. The 76ers trail by 7. There's Cannon with the 3. Modiunas grabs the miss. Modiunas has got his 3rd rebound tonight.
He's given them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
Here's Harden. And it's off the back rim. No good. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter. And the foul on Jason Terry. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the 76ers. Noel's checked in for Embiid. Hollis Thompson comes in for Isaiah Cannon. And it's Marshall in for Smith. And a switch here also for Houston. Brewer's checked in. And it's Okafor off the drive. One-on-one fast break. Here's Terry. Another miss by Houston. And the 76ers shooting poorly, just 35% so far. And he gets it to go. Marshall's got his first basket of the night.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Pass to Modiunas. No good on the triple. The 76ers trail by 5. Marshall passes to Grant. Can't hit. Good work defensively by Terry. Rockets have gone 2 of 6 in the field in the second quarter so far. Here's Brewer. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Wow, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Here's Howard. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Over to the left wing. Modiunas, no luck. Now the 76ers with it. They trail by 7. Last season we saw Modiunas make some nice strides.
Yeah, big uptick in his scoring efficiency, Kevin. Both his shooting from beyond the arc and from within the arc increased.
And Michael Beasley picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Rockets making a change here. Capella's checked in. Here's Okafor. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got his 5th assist in this one.
And Montañez actually showing a newfound post repertoire there. I mean, he's deceptive. He has hooks and pump fakes, little up and unders. The Rockets looked to him for offense when they weren't playing through Harden.
And it's Smith penetrating. Kicks it to Embiid. Smith dishes to Embiid. Grant gets a wide open look. Again, Philadelphia. Houston leading by 6.
And Montañez is a very confident player. I think where he can still improve is his rebounding and defensive impact. With a 7-foot frame, he's got to learn to play like a 7-footer.
Shot clock at 6. Beasley kicks to Brewer. Lets it fly. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. 76ers have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. No good from Grant.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for him.
Capella kicks to Montañez. Drills the elbow jumper. Montañez has got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And, Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. A clean look from that range. He's got to take it.
For Houston, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Got that one up quick. Terry's got the lead up to 9 now for the Rockets.
They've done a really good job of knocking down their long-distance shots here in the second quarter. I mean, they're shooting just above 40% from downtown. That's outstanding. Now, that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Okafor. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Jones checked in for Montañez. McDaniels comes in for Brewer. And it's Andrew Gaudlock in for Jason Terry. The 76ers trail by 7. Stauskas. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Innovation and improvisation right there, Greg. Finding a way to get that shot to fall after taking the contact.
And the 76ers making a change here. Thompson's checked in.
Forget about finesse and agility. This big fella's all about power and force.
Here's Noel. It's tipped. Now Terry. Good if it goes. He got it up that time, and that concludes the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Houston holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They have a 6. And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. You look at Jeremy Grant, what a contribution.
Yeah, he's been a revelation tonight, almost scoring at will in that first half.
Really